Welcome to Tech Bites and News, your personal generative AI podcast. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of handcrafted, wearable tech, specifically a fluid simulation pendant. It's mind-blowing.
A fluid simulation pendant? Seriously? That sounds incredibly complex. What's the gist?
The gist, my friend, is a tiny, gold-plated masterpiece containing a real-time FLIP fluid simulation. Think of it as a miniature, wearable snow globe, but way cooler. It runs on an STM32L432KC microcontroller, overclocked to 100 MHz. That's speed!
An overclocked microcontroller in a pendant? That's intense. What kind of power consumption are we talking about here?
Incredibly low. We're talking about a TPS7A02 regulator and an MCP73832 charge controller, both ridiculously efficient. The battery lasts for ages. The creator even used a TPS3839 supervisor to cut power at 3.08 volts to protect the battery. Ingenious.
Impressive. But how do they even get a fluid simulation onto such a small device? The memory alone must be a challenge.
That's where the cleverness really shines. The display uses a diagonal Charlie plexing technique, half the vias of a conventional matrix, and DMA, in circular mode, runs the display with zero overhead. It's all about optimization.
Diagonal Charlie plexing? Explain that like I'm 5.
Okay, imagine a grid of LEDs. Normally, you'd need lots of wires to control each row and column. This method cleverly uses fewer wires by connecting them diagonally. It's like a super efficient wiring puzzle. Very clever.
So the fluid simulation itself, is it a direct port of existing code or something completely new?
It's a re-implementation based on Matthias Muller's 10-minute physics tutorials. The creator painstakingly rebuilt the simulation, understanding the underlying principles rather than just copying code. Dedication!
That's admirable. But even with optimization, running a FLIP simulation on such limited hardware must have presented some unique challenges, right?
Absolutely. Initially, particle collisions were a huge bottleneck. A naive approach led to a messy, overlapping fluid. Think frog spawn. But implementing a hash grid algorithm dramatically improved performance, even at a tiny 8x8 resolution. A massive leap forward.
So they went from digital frog spawn to a working fluid simulation. That's quite a journey. What about the physical construction? That must have been a nightmare.
Oh, the construction is a whole other story. It involved laser-cut card prototypes, hand soldering with enamel wire, a true testament to patience. Then came the PCB design, the metalworking, gold plating. It's an epic tale of engineering.
I can only imagine. The author mentioned some interesting challenges with the metalworking, particularly the watch glass. What were the biggest hurdles there?
Getting the tolerances right for the watch glass was a major challenge. They had to experiment with different gasket thicknesses and diameters to ensure a watertight seal. And let's not forget the gold plating, which turned out to be surprisingly finicky with the solder used for the jump rings. A real learning curve.
So in the end, how many pendants did they make? And are they for sale?
They made 10 pendants. And yes, a few are available for sale on their website. But be warned, these aren't your average pieces of jewelry. The price reflects the incredible amount of work and ingenuity involved. A true collector's item.
This is absolutely incredible, a testament to human ingenuity and the power of embedded systems. Thank you for sharing this amazing story.
My pleasure. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to Tech Bites and News. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of wearable fluid simulations. Have a great day, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.